history is full of completely insane fashion trends, and some of which were very, very dangerous. So from radioactive hair to the worst operation ever, these are the 10 deadliest fashion trends in history. In the early 20th century, it was popular for young women to have glow-in-the-dark hair. They were able to achieve this quite easily. The chemical compound radium would be brushed into your hair, and after a few years of regular application, your hair would glow bright. Women would do the same to their nails to see similar results. What they didn't know at the time is that radium is highly radioactive. They should have guessed by the name really, but they didn't, and several women died. The Chinese tradition of foot binding is both disturbing and bizarre. From a young age, girls would have their feet bound with bandages. This would encourage her toes to snap and grow backwards. The arch of the feet would also be broken and bent backwards. This was to limit the length of the foot as much as possible. The ultimate goal was to limit the length of the feet to just 3 inches. A foot like that was seen as perfect, but it came at a terrible cost. The woman would be deformed for the rest of her shockingly painful life. This practice emerged in the 10th century and didn't stop being a trend until the early 20th. In the 17th century, the Chinese emperor tried to outlaw foot binding, but he failed. It really was that popular. You simply can't make a list like this one without including neck rings. Used by the Cayenne people of Burma, they are intended to lengthen the neck. Young girls usually begin wearing neck rings at the age of 3. As they grow older, the rings are gradually replaced by larger ones. By the time they are adults, their deformation is permanent. And despite what it looks like, neck rings do not actually extend the neck. They lower the shoulders, which gives the same appearance. After the rings have caused deformation, they cannot be removed as it would be a health risk. During the Victorian era, bottle green was a very desirable colour for clothing. For many years, the best gift an upper-class man could give his wife was a bright green dress. The only problem is that arsenic was a key ingredient for the green dye. And as arsenic poisoning was an easy way to die, it was a shame the colour green goes well with so many people's eyes. It has been shown that over 70% of Nigerian women bleach their skin, but there is nothing new about skin whitening. In 16th century Europe, women would do almost anything to achieve pale skin. The most common method was by use of a makeup containing lead. These days we know lead to be poisonous to us humans, but back then they had no idea why so many pale people were dying. Other symptoms of the makeup include paralysis, brain damage, insomnia, and damage to the nervous system.